Let me give you a relationship principle that's really helped me a lot. Empathy. The principle of empathy. The ability to put yourself in the other person's shoes. The ability to trade places mentally with someone else, thereby feeling what they feel and thinking the way they think from their perception, their side of things. This allows you to identify with what they're going through, and then you can respond accordingly. I'll give you an example. It just happened to me yesterday, actually, at work. So I'm a leader at my job. I'm the manager over a janitorial crew. There's a girl there who's seemingly always has an attitude. Always really negative, always negative. Doesn't respond in the nicest way. Kind of hypersensitive to any kind of criticism or any kind of instructions at all for her to do something different than what she deems she should be doing. So, using the principle of empathy, I can sense that it couldn't be me as a person of why she will be responding this way. It was something personal going on within her. And I have so much experience with this principle that I knew over time it's a cause and effect ratio. People don't act a certain way for no reason. There's always a reason behind the way people act or respond. And it always comes down to what's going on here. So this young lady, this has been going on for weeks, and sometimes it would get to me. Her attitude did get to me a few times, but I didn't let her know that. I kept it inside, and I dealt with it by filtering it through that principle of empathy. It didn't go away immediately, but it did help me cope with it. But as I was going through this issue, so it's been about a week, I would say, something like that. And yesterday, she snapped at me, and she got an attitude with me. I asked her to do something, and it was something positive. I thought I was trying to help her, and she still snapped at me. So I pulled her to the side, and I said, "Hey, what's going on? Why do you always have an attitude? Well, what is this about? Have I done anything to you? Have I treated you wrong in any way? Have I said anything that you didn't like that you haven't told me that I can work on?" She got mad again. She said, "I don't have an attitude. I've never got an attitude with you. What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Hey, that's not true. That's just not true. That's not how I feel about the situation. But please let me know if I've done anything, and I would be more than happy to apologize and change whatever I did." So she didn't say anything. She walked away. And long story short, she sent me a message later on, and she apologized. She said that she is having heart surgery next week, and that's been on her mind. This young lady has 3 kids. She's a single parent. She has 3 jobs. She has multiple health issues, bronchitis, asthma, and something else. But and like the heart issue, like I just said, she's going to have surgery next week. She's about 20-something years old, 30 at the most. Now, think about this. Or this is how I thought about it. Well, if I had a heart issue like hers, if I was going to have heart surgery at 30 years old and could possibly die from that heart surgery, leaving her 3 kids without their mom, if I had 3 jobs, the stress of 3 jobs and raising 3 kids all alone, if I had to do all these things just to pay my bills and move forward in life and kind of scrape by, how would I feel? How would I respond to other people? Wouldn't I be a little angry at life? Wouldn't I be a little short with people? How would I feel? That's empathy. It's not me, but I can identify with her by putting myself in her shoes from her perspective. So you kind of got to get inside the other person's mind a little bit. And for that, you need context. It's all about context. So by me knowing what's going on with her, by me asking more questions and being patient with her, I was able to be a good leader by not responding with the same energy she gave me. She responded negative, I responded positive. And then it turned out to not damage our relationship, because it could have damaged it, because I could have said something back to her. I could have done anything, but I didn't. I stayed positive. And she thanked me for that. And, when you know better, you do better. And since I know better, that showed up in my actions in the situation. So I'm happy about that. But that's a good example of what happened. This just happened yesterday. The principle of empathy. The ability to put yourself in another person's shoes. And like I said, for that you need context. Ask questions. Assume that people are doing the best they can. Assume there's always a reason why people respond the way they do. Don't take it personal. It's not about you, it's about them. People are hurting. People are in pain. And you have to remember that. You have to get outside yourself. Think about them. And also teach them. Teach them by your example. Teach them how to respond to a negative situation by responding positively. Let your actions lead the way. I love you. This is going to help you. Please do this. Filter everything you say, everything you do, through empathy. Empathy. I love you.